Hey YouTube!
We hope you're okay, guys.
Yeah, this is our first proper vlog, and we're really sorry if it's rubbish, but this is our first time, and we are going to get better. We're going to rock this place.
We're going to make it cool.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
So, our first topic, we thought, is going to be about boys.
Boys, 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 like boys in cars.
Sorry, what?
Boys!
Boys, 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 ice drinks and bars.
No, you're gonna have to say it again.
Boys!
Boys, 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 we're spreading love and boys, we love them.
We love them! Or do we?
Well, yeah, I think we do.
Megan and Katie, what kind of boys do you like?
Well, I like them black boys.
I like them white boys.
I like them Asian boys.
I like them mixed race boys.
I like Spanish boys
I like the Italian boys.
and French boys.
And I like the Portuguese boys.
I like them tall boys,
I like the short boys.
and I like them with brown hair boys.
I like the blonde hair boys.
I like the big boys.
I like the skinny boys.
I like the lanky boys.
But what do you really think of guys?
I think that boys, they're all, like, when you have boys, they're all in different categories. Does that make sense? Like, you have the popular boys, and then you have, like, the nerdy boys, and you have, like, the guys that are really funny and just get away with everything just because they're funny. And then you've got the ones that are, like, they like to think they're cool, but really they just kind of make idiots out of themselves. And I think that in the same way, girls have this category. Like, you've got the cool group, you've got like the nerd group, you've got the musician, all them kind of groups. And I think that boys do not look at people from different types of groups. Does that make sense? Like, I think, like, all the cool boys are just going to look in the cool girls section. Do you know what I mean? Like, each group kind of looks to each other's group, and you'll never get a group that seems to be higher than the other groups looking down. So you'll never get a cool boy going out with a nerdy girl. It just doesn't happen. And if it does happen, the girl normally steps from the nerd group to the popular group. So it's kind of really stereotypical in the way that it kind of happens. And that's not the case for all of the time, but it's most of the time it is, and I really admire people that don't do that, and it's just like, I love them for who they am, and that's just how it is. I also think that boys don't really think before they do stuff. Like, I mean, girls do it too, but girls are more sensitive, and in that sense, and boys are really sensitive, but they're really just sensitive about their own feelings, and I don't really think they think about how others are going to feel before they do what they do, and then it's afterwards, it's the consequences that actually make them think, maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. And another thing I've noticed is that boys really don't like to admit that they're wrong, and it's the girls that end up having to apologise and, say sorry. Whenever a boy upsets me, I normally just grab my guitar and write a song about it. And it kind of makes me feel better. And I think there's loads of stuff that girls do that have been affected by a boy that make them feel better. Like, some eat chocolate, some, have parties and just bitch and bitch and bitch about different, about what's happened. Some go really depressive, some get, the depressive music on and all the really sad DVDs. Like, I know that when I get upset, sometimes I whack the old Notebook on, and then it depresses me because it's just like, they're in love, why can't I be in love, kind of thing. And it's just like, but there are different ways of dealing with it, and I think that boys deal with it in different ways as well. A lot of boys tend to keep their feelings locked up, and they're really hard to understand actually what's going on. I have so much to say, but I've just noticed how long this video is running for, so I should probably stop now. But they're not. Boys are good, you gotta have a boy in your life. I mean, it might be your best friend or it might be your boyfriend, but if you don't have a friend that's a boy, then you should, because you can really they're good to talk to you like about stuff, because they're not going to go tell everyone. Like if you talk to a girl, you just like normally spreads around and stuff, but boys tend to keep things to themselves. So yeah.
Okay, so what I really think about boys, to be honest, I have really mixed emotions on boys, and it depends what boy it is to what I think about them. But generally, you get two types of boys, like the boys who are really horrible and like they don't respect girls for who they are, and then you get boys who are just the complete opposite and respect girls completely for who they are. And I really value, like, I just think that's amazing. And like in my life, I've had boys who have been horrible to me, but then I've had boys who just respect me for who I am. So yeah, like there's boys who just can use you and they have no feelings for you, and they just end up hurting you, and then they talk about you. Like 1 minute they can pretend that they're your best friend, and then the next minute they can be completely horrible, and I think they can get away with it, but they can't. And then I've had boys in my life who are just amazing, and yeah, who are just lovely, and they listen to you, and they don't care what you look like or anything. They respect you, and I think that's just amazing that boys can do that. So yeah, pretty much boys sometimes they really suck, and like girls' lives can be completely turned by boys. Like I know someone who's completely in love with a boy, and her life's completely changed since knowing him. And then there's girls who can just like, they can get really upset from boys, and their lives can be completely shattered, and I've experienced that in my life, and it's not nice. But then I've met someone who's amazing too, and he's completely changing my life. So boys, yeah, that's it really. The end.